Hi there. Just like the thumbnail for this video said, wow, you got to see this. It's so exciting. I, I've been a part of Xelliss since February of this year, but this company is 6 years old. They have been very successful in Europe over the last 6 years. In fact, they sponsor a French cycling team, and that team is really upped their endurance and performance with this great product, which is only one of Xelliss's products. You'll learn more about that in a minute. But probably one of the most exciting things about this, not only that it's a good company, which is debt-free and managed by a very good corporate team in Europe, but has awesome products, which of course are proven to be effective and healthy and something not every company has. The products are really unique and very good and good for you. But the opportunity is something like you have never seen before. Uh, when you see this pay plan, you're going to be really excited. We have huge teams coming in from other companies, not only because they have found that our products are more effective than things like CBD, but also because of the pay plan. Some of them say, "Is this really for real?" I do, I can't believe this is for real. I mean, I can make lots more money than I'm making in my company now. So they're actually bringing their whole teams over into Xelliss. So I'm going to let some of these seasoned networkers with decades of experience tell you a little bit about Xelliss. And especially, I'm going to turn it over to my good friend Austin Zula, who is not only been a successful networker, but an author and trainer, mentor, and coach. We have several such people in our U.S. team. Austin is actually the Vice President of North America for Xelliss. So if you'll watch this presentation to the very end, be sure you do, because I have a really good surprise for you afterwards. So be sure and watch to the end so you can find out what that is. I'm going to let you see what these people have to say about Xelliss now. So let's get this full screen. And we'll turn it over to Anne first.
World. I'm so excited to see people joining us from all over the United States and various countries around the world. It's wonderful to have all of you here with us this evening. I'm excited. This has been an amazing week. I mean, I can tell you there are a lot of people on here looking at me right now that are just going, wow, what's going on? So tonight you're going to have a chance to hear from a very special friend of mine who began his direct selling profession or career in 2002. He's been the #1 earner in 3 separate companies. He helped retire countless families around the world. He's a published author. He's built a team of over 34,000 paid members in 1 year. He became a sought-after trainer for Success Systems and a documented 7-figure earner. And he's here tonight to tell us about this amazing company, this amazing opportunity, and what's in store for you here at Xelliss. So I'm going to turn it over to my good friend, Mr. Austin Zula, our Vice President of North America. Over to you, Austin.
All right, and I appreciate the kind words, and if my mom was here, she might have believed all that stuff, so I appreciate you very much. We're going to have some fun tonight, guys, and for those of you all that are guests, I encourage you to definitely get some to take some notes with, because we're going to go over a lot of information. We're going to move pretty quick, okay, but we're going to have some fun doing it, and I'm going to introduce you to a couple of my friends here in a little while that have been using the biotechnologies, the products behind Xelliss, and you'll even get a chance to hear from a couple industry icons regarding the business side of Xelliss as well. And to do this, I want to share a little bit of a personal story with you to kind of tell you how I came to be involved. So As Ann mentioned, throughout my career in network marketing, the home-based business profession, I've been the #1 income earner in 3 separate companies. So it's definitely afforded us some luxuries, and it's really helped me to enjoy life. My family. I've helped to retire my mom, which I'm a big mama's boy, so that that was a big milestone for me. But in 2018, I retired from the field to train and coach, and that's always been my passion. Seeing others that I've helped train and guide succeed and achieve their dreams. Matter of fact, my company's name was the Dream Achievers, and my events were Dream Achievers Intensives. And so, it was all centered around achieving your dreams, getting you from where you wanted to be or where you were at to where you wanted to be. So after a few months of being retired and training and coaching, I just got bored. I really did. I was used to being in a team environment, being a part of something bigger than myself. I love being a part of a group of like-minded, positive, uplifting, supportive people. And I think that if everybody had that environment around them, they had that group of people supporting and uplifting them, the world would be a much happier, more joyful place, for sure. So after a while of looking at everything that was out there, and I mean everything, I looked at every company that was coming, every company that was established, and there were some good companies out there. There were. One company stood out, and it's the company you're going to get a chance to hear about tonight. I kept coming back to it, and I got a chance to meet the corporate team, and I fell in love with them. They were so passionate, so sincere in a world full of smoke and mirrors, and just BS and junk and overpriced products and crappy compensation plans with gotchas and stuff like that. I kept seeing a company that really wanted the field to win. They wanted to give people something very special that was a truly level playing field, and they cared. I saw a company with a soul. So let me show you a little bit about what it is that I found here at Xelliss, because if you see what I saw, I believe you'll do what I did, which is get involved. Okay, so Peter Diamandis, one of Fortune's 50 greatest leaders of his time, he said that the world's biggest problems are the world's biggest market opportunities. Nowadays, we're facing 2 very big challenges globally. Okay, and we're going to talk about one of them real quick and one later on. All right, the first one is health. A lot of us have been fed a big lie, and we're starting to realize this. Most people are. We've been told that organic foods are the answer to all of our nutritional needs, that we can eat our way to being healthy, that if we just eat right, that we'll be healthy, happy, and terrific. But the New York Times a few years back published an interesting article called Breeding the Nutrition Out of Our Food. They showed that because of over farming and soil depletion, we're just not getting what we're supposed to get nowadays whenever it comes to nutrition from food. In fact, scientists have been able to analyze the phytonutrient content in our food, and just a stalk of broccoli, as much as children love broccoli, right? But just a stalk of broccoli is 80 times less packed with nutrients than it was just a couple of decades ago. Matter of fact, the Golden Delicious apple, which we actually have a whole thing of those over on the counter, is 100 times less packed with nutrients. It's basically like we're just eating to be full nowadays. We're not really getting much from it. So we're seeing a lot of dis-ease in the world today, mentally and physically. Matter of fact, I want to ask you a question. Honestly, what would you do? What if you could use the same nutrients and supplement and eat and fill your body and fortify it with the same things that Olympians and world-class athletes use to fuel their body and elevate it to peak performance and feel absolutely incredible, mentally, physically, just biochemically? What if you could do that without spending thousands of dollars a month like all of them are? Even NASA gives the same superfood that we offer to feed the astronauts in space. We truly have some space age biotechnologies that we'll talk about tonight. So what if there was that simple way that didn't cost thousands of dollars a month, okay, that was affordable, anyone could use and should use, that outperforms all of those expensive organic foods, going to the Whole Food store all the time, outperforms the high-end supplements and all the CBD oils and everything else. I was actually a featured speaker at the International Cannabis Conference about 7 years ago, speaking on the CBD oils and all this different stuff, and they're awesome. But we do have something that is consistently outperforming everything that I just mentioned, and it's a fraction of the price of any of them. So, introducing Xelliss Biotechnologies. Guys, this is something truly special and unique. World-class, cutting-edge biotechnologies. No one in the world has. As a matter of fact, we patented it so no one in the world can have it. We even patented the technology you need to even be able to create the patented biotechnologies. So what all of these products revolve around is a strain of blue-green algae we call A3 spirulina maxima. You're probably familiar with spirulina. Matter of fact, I would say chances are you are familiar with spirulina because for decades it's been touted as the world's most perfect superfood. It doesn't get any better than that. The most perfect superfood in the world, right? The best. For decades. Now, it is that, but it's also inherently got some challenges. So spirulina is unique in the sense that, yes, you're getting every vitamin, mineral, nutrient, amino acid, and protein that the body needs, okay? But it also acts like a sponge, and it soaks up all of the heavy metals, toxins, pollutants, pathogens, pesticides, all that stuff. And everyone grows it outside or in basins that are outside. That's how it's all produced, right? In lakes and basins. And so when you do that, there's no way to monitor the quality control. People have gotten sick. If you look up the research, people have gotten sick from different blue-green algae. Some have even passed away because of these hard to regulate supplements. Now, we saw that as a major problem. And the way that we solve that is through this photobioreactor technology. It's so neat. Let me show you this real quick. So if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, that's those photobioreactors, right? And the green is the blue-green algae. The blue is something so interesting called phycocyanin that we'll talk about here in just a second. But if you look at the slide here, you're going to see that there's a really interesting slide on the cells of spirulina. Okay, microscopically, you see right here, there's a little bit of green and a lot of open space in the cell with all these little black dots, okay, which means the biomass is very low. There's actually very little spirulina in the cell, but you see there's a lot of black dots, and those are pathogens, impurities, things that could potentially make you ill. Okay, that's some of the best spirulina in the world right there. Now, right below that, you see a solid green strain. That is Xelliss's patented A3 spirulina maxima. Okay, it's solid green. If you go one step further and go down just a little bit further, you'll see under a little bit more of a deep microscopic look that there's lots of yellow dots, some red dots, there's some blue dots. That's beta carotene, iron, and phycocyanin right there. So what I want to impress upon you is that if you're buying like 100 pounds of the best spirulina in the world, you're really getting more about 40 pounds of actual spirulina, a lot of open space and some pathogens and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they charge extra for the pathogens too. Okay, so with us, however, you get pure A3 spirulina maxima. We have the heaviest biomass in the world, so you're actually getting more of what you want. We have the heaviest nutrient density of any blue-green algae and the highest phycocyanin concentration of any blue-green algae in the world, guaranteeing 17% phycocyanin, and the closest anyone else has ever been able to get is about 13%, by the way. So these are fun facts for you. So if you're getting more of what you want, that's just more nutrient dense, you're getting more vitamins, minerals, nutrients, amino acids, and proteins than anywhere else in the world for less cost, it really just makes sense. And I want to talk about why phycocyanin is so important to understand right now. So with me, the more research that I did on phycocyanin, the more I was blown away. Okay, so phycocyanin is this blue protein that grows on the cell wall of blue-green algae, right? And it's very expensive. Okay, very, very expensive. 75 milligrams is usually about $200 to $300, and I'll explain why that's so important here in just a second. So let's talk a little bit more about our A3 spirulina maxima. So here's a couple of our biotechnologies here at Xelliss. Okay, the one on the left I take every single day. Everyone should. I truly do believe that. It is not only the world's most perfect superfood, we've even improved on that, making it better than even Mother Nature herself can with the A3 spirulina maxima. It helps with all sorts of different things. And one thing that I've noticed, since you're giving the body every single vitamin, mineral, nutrient, amino acid, and protein that the body needs, aside from vitamin C, which we have a product here in a second I'll talk about for that. But when you're giving the body what it's supposed to have, guys, it does what it's supposed to do. It's really just that simple. You have no idea how good you could feel until you feel as good as you should feel. And that's what these products are designed to do. The A3 spirulina maxima is high in chlorophyll, high in protein. Matter of fact, per weight, it's higher than in protein than even beef. Okay, it's got all these amino acids and minerals that the body needs. So it does help with pain sensitivity. It improves mood, boosts the immune system. And nowadays, you're going to have a really hard time finding anything that can compare when you're trying to bolster your immune system like most people are. On the right-hand side, we have a world-class premium European espresso. This is not the same coffee that they serve at the grocery store and the gas station that my grandpa had and all that sort of thing. This is a premium European espresso with our A3 spirulina maxima. So it's actually been infused with A3. So it's really cool because whenever it starts coming out as blue, right? And then blue, green, and then you get the actual coffee. So you know that you're getting the A3 spirulina maxima, and it is the healthiest coffee on planet Earth. You're getting this nutrition on a cellular level for less than $40 a month. Can't beat it, plain and simple. Let's talk a little bit about that blue, that super blue protein that I was talking about, phycocyanin. And that you heard from earlier has called it everything from a psychobioman and everything else. And I can't say that I said it right the first time that I heard about it either. Okay, someone called it something that I had never heard earlier today. I wanted to bring it up, but I forgot what it was. I was like, I couldn't believe that they said it. So phycocyanin is this blue protein that grows around the cell wall of blue-green algae, and it's just this super blue antioxidant that drops inflammation through the floor, right? Drops oxidative stress through the floor. And there's a lot of people out there. Matter of fact, most healthcare professionals nowadays are saying that pretty much all disease and illness is due to inflammation. Of course, we don't claim to treat, prevent, or cure any disease or illness, but I will say this, that if you have something that really, really dramatically drops oxidative stress through the floor and just kills inflammation just tremendously, then it's really neat some of the testimonials that we're having take place. 75 milligrams of phycocyanin is usually about $200 to $300. Now, to put things in perspective, that's this much, okay? Not much at all, right? This is usually $200 to $300, and for us, this is just a daily serving, and about a month's supply is around $40 a month. So, I mean, that is something that I really look forward to taking each day because, as I mentioned, every time my mouth waters whenever I think about it. It is so tasty. It's like eating icing off of a cupcake or something like that. It's stabilized in thousand flower honey. So when you take it, not only are you getting the benefits of this super blue antioxidant protein that just kills lactic acid, oxidative stress, and drops inflammation through the floor, and does so many other really, really important things. But you have this natural, clean energy that just goes for hours and hours. Better workouts, just more stamina, being able to play with the kids longer, power through your day without needing that caffeine boost at 2:30. Folks, we have world-class athletes and Olympians that are training on this stuff, and that stamp right in the middle of my page right there, the Sport Protect. That just means that this is safe for any Olympian or world-class athlete because it adheres to the anti-doping regulations, and it won't cause them to turn up negative in any tests or anything like that. These are all very, very clean products. I think there's only 2 ingredients in this product, which is phycocyanin and thousand flower honey. There's really not a lot of filler products or any filler products in any of these products. They're very clean. Now, we have a whole phycocyanin line because, if you Google phycocyanin and you look at the market in Wikipedia, it's expected to be a multi-billion-dollar market starting this year on out. Okay, that's what the projections are. And no one's doing it like we're doing it at all. Barely anyone's doing it at all. They're charging hundreds upon hundreds of dollars for a little thing of phycocyanin. We're encouraging you to take it every day. So we have Phycocy AM at the top, which is rich in acerola vitamin C, a natural bioavailable form of vitamin C, and it's just great for antioxidant protection, bolsters the immune system. It protects you on a cellular level against free radicals and oxidative stress, and it just helps reduce fatigue. I know a lot of people nowadays just don't have the energy that they wish they had. I used to, hang out with my son, who's about to be 10 next month, and I wish I had his energy. Well, now he's having a hard time keeping up with Dad. So it's a nice paradigm shift. At the bottom, you see Phycocy PM, which is really good to help you wind down for the evening if you're like me and you have a hard time chilling out and getting to sleep, right? And it has delicious mango and cinnamon and ginger to give it its flavor. And it has all the medicinal benefits of reishi mushroom, which go back for hundreds of years. Also helps with mood support, with the tonic that it has to relieve the stress. So there's a lot of physical benefits, but I think nowadays just as important is to have that mental benefit as well. Now, we also have a Phycocy Sport that if you're in the gym, if you like to run, if you like to work out, matter of fact, there's a lot of things that it can help with. It's going to get you to your peak performance, giving you the best workout you can possibly have, very rapid recovery. It's infused with vitamin B9, which helps with the synthesis of nucleic acid. Basically just means that that burn that you get when you work out, or you're going up, 5 or 6 flights of stairs and your legs start to burn or whatever, it helps dissipate that, okay, during the intense physical activity. It also contains arginine, which was one of Science Magazine's molecules of the year a couple years ago. And there's just a whole host of different things that arginine is good for. I really encourage you to look that up independently as well, because this is a really good source of arginine as well. Now, you heard a lot from myself. You heard a little bit from Ann. I'd like for you to actually hear about some people that have, hear from some people that have tried some of the biotechnologies behind Xelliss. So what I want you to do is, if you've tried some of the products, if you have a testimonial, feel free to just unmute, announce your name and where you're calling from, and we'll make sure to go ahead and hear some testimonials. So I just like, maybe 2 or 3. So go ahead, the call is open.
Hey, Austin, it's Courtney in Colorado. And for those that don't know me, I'm super busy. I have a property management business, so time's important, and so is my health. And aside of juicing, which I've always done, I didn't realize that I could actually get better benefits and save time, not to mention $800 a year. So until I tried the A3 greens, I actually like the powder. I put it in a water bottle, shake it up, take it first thing in the morning. And it's been about 5 months now that I've been on it. So I have clean energy all day. I have strong, healthy nails. I notice my hair is thicker and I have new hair growth. My skin is smoother. I actually have lost a little bit of weight. And I can't say enough about it. And that's just the beginning of the list. So Tim introduced me to it, and I'm super grateful. And that's it. So back to you. Thanks.
Nice. I counted about 4 or 5 different benefits in a short period of time. That's good stuff, Courtney. I appreciate you volunteering and sharing your testimonial. Who else we got?
Hey guys, Dr. Joshua Mall here, your chiropractic spine ninja out of Kentucky. So as a holistic doc, I've had a number of different nutritional supplements come across my radar. But when I did the research with this, I really discovered it was something really unique, really special. After just a week of being on it, I noticed a drastic increase in my overall sleep quality and duration. I wasn't crashing at that 2:30 crash time. I was focused throughout the whole day. But the thing that really caught my attention was my overall bodily pain was almost non-existent. You got to understand, I adjust 50 to 60 people a day. I've had 2 knee surgeries, 2 shoulder surgeries, and a major back operation. So I carry a lot of scar tissue, and this has me feeling like I'm 25 again. So I couldn't be happier. Thanks, guys.
Nice. I love it, man. Thank you, Doc Josh. I appreciate you. So not only do you have all those tremendous benefits, but one of the nicest beards in Xelliss as well, man. Congratulations. Awesome. Good stuff. Can we get one more?
Hey, this is Christy Taylor. I am a 45-year-old wife, mom, and Gigi to 2 granddaughters. We're from Arkansas. And I retired in 2019 after spending 23 years in corporate healthcare because I wanted to be home with my family. And the main thing, I work from home now, I have the kids, and I was noticing I'm exhausted all the time because I'm older than I used to be. And I was also irritable, didn't have a lot of patience with them, so I had, was a little moodiness there. And when Tim told me he had something that could help with all of that, absolutely had to try it. So from the very first day of taking the A3 Green and the FICO Extreme, I'm telling you, I had a boost of natural energy. We were happy and singing songs in the morning. There was no more tears and crying. My mood was balanced. And I've actually lost about 15 pounds. I'm back in the gym. I have my energy back. I feel sexy again. So if you are even on the fence about these products, you absolutely have to give them a try.
I know that's right. I love it, Christy. Good stuff. So, I counted about half a dozen different benefits that Christy mentioned, and she's right. If you're on the fence, I'm from Kentucky. She's from Arkansas. We'll push you right off the fence. Ain't that right, Christy? I appreciate you. Thanks so much for sharing, guys. Man, we've got that was 3 pretty powerful testimonials, y'all. That's very nice. So what I want to do is talk a little bit about part 2 of the global pandemic that we're going through, and what people are saying that they're really looking for nowadays, aside from bolstering their immune system and overall health, which is a financial pandemic that tens of millions of people are facing nowadays. You got to look at your options. We've had literally tens of thousands of people locally here in the state of Kentucky get laid off just in the past few months, or on furloughed, or all sorts of different scenarios that are undesirable. So, of course, if you have any sort of a job or profession, you're just trading hours for dollars. You go to work, get paid. Go to work, get paid. Go to work, get paid. And if you don't go to work, don't get paid, and you can have more degrees than a thermometer and be fired or laid off at any time. That's been very evident over the past few months. You really have 2 choices, guys. You have leveraged income or linear income, and that's linear income. That's what I just described. Trading hours for dollars. If you're on a salary, same deal. Okay. If you have a business or a franchise, there's a little joke. I've owned a couple businesses throughout my life, everything from a debt collection agency to a restaurant. And if you're self-employed, you're a business owner and the business ends up owning you. It's usually how it is. You have huge liability, huge risk. They're expensive to start, high overhead. I've had employees steal from me, all sorts of different stuff. So you've got like infinite things that could go wrong there. And then you have network marketing. And it's so crazy. For a couple $100, people can start a micro franchise that can outproduce everything that I just mentioned. It's cost effective, high potential, low risk, pandemic proof, and it's focused on residual income, which is the reason why Elvis Presley's worth more today than whenever he was alive. Okay, residual income. Doing work one time and getting paid over and over again. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about our compensation structure and how we pay you. Okay, so what's interesting is a lot of companies require, $100, $200 a month auto ship of product to stay qualified to earn income. We do not. It's 45 PV, which is basically just one product, and you can even have one customer, and that is the same as having one product yourself. We just want to make sure that there's no gotchas in our compensation plan. So let's work it left to right, all right? So we have the dual team, which is the binary pay. It's one of the most lucrative compensation plans in the entire network marketing profession. Very easy to understand and very easy to build as well. Next is your customer acquisition. Now, not only do you get the difference from wholesale to retail, which is about 30%, okay, right up front. So if you get a customer and they buy, we'll call it $100 worth of product, just because I'm not great at math, you get about $30 from that, right? And then you also get points in the binary. So you get actual volume points that you get paid on the back end. So we give you a little bit of money up front, a little bit of money later on. And so we have a fast start bonus, which it goes down 2 generations, which is really interesting. You get up to $100 per product, all right, per fast start for the packs that you sell, right? So let's say you go out there and you get really excited, all right? You're a brandy shaver and you introduce 500 people to this, right? And so that's up to $100 every single time, right? What's really exciting, though, is whenever those people get really excited, they go tell 5, 15, 25 people or whatever the case may be, you're getting other $100 bills that are rolling in on that second level. So it's not just fast start commissions for what you're doing, but fast start commissions for what your people, your personals are doing as well. I don't really know many companies that have even explored potentially doing that. Yeah. And then on the right, you have the leadership pool, which is very exciting. So a lot of times in leadership pools, if they ever even have one, you have to be the top rank in the company. Here it starts at Emerald, and the company allocates 1% of the total company volume, and they split it amongst the people that are Emerald or above. So, I mean, just imagine if each month, there's millions of dollars going into this, and then a handful of people, a couple dozen people or whatever end up splitting that. Can be an extra, a nice little extra boost each month. Now, we also have a car bonus. So let's say that you go out there and you have some fun, you do what you're supposed to do, and then boom, you get to pick out your dream car, up to $1,000 a month based on rank. Now, the thing here is, what if you decide you don't necessarily know what you want right now, or you want to wait and you want to get a cool down payment and all that good stuff? You can actually take that money and you can put it aside. The company will put it aside for you so you can put a down payment on a car. There's all sorts of ways you could work the car bonus, and it can be whatever car you want. If your dream car is a Geo Metro or whatever, it doesn't matter. So we go ahead and we allow you the freedom of picking whatever car you want. A lot of companies, you have to have like a silver BMW that's within 3 years of the current year. I've seen all sorts of exclusions and limitations. We don't have that stuff. We also have an exotic vacation that's annual, which is really cool because I've gotten a chance to go all over the world building network marketing. Some of those have been incentive trips, to Aruba, and I got a chance to eat dinner at the Wrigley Mansion in Phoenix, which was really cool, the Wrigley chewing gum and all that stuff. So there's all sorts of neat trips that I've been on. But imagine, you work hard with a whole group of people, you have fun all throughout the year, you get to know these folks, people in your organization, other leaders, the corporate officials and all that. And then once a year, you all get together and hang out in the nicest 5- and 6-star locations in the world. Everything's paid for by the company, and you just get to show up and enjoy. It's amazing. Every single time my mind has been blown, and there's always been tears involved in these. They're all life changing. We've already talked about having a trip to Bora Bora whenever the time is right, and that's one of the places that we've mentioned. We have a monthly rank bonus as well that goes up to $5,000 per month that would just keep rolling in every single month whenever you achieve that rank. Now, also, let's say you're not a huge recruiter or team builder or whatever. If you're retailing and getting customers and selling product and things like that, you too can also rank up and earn that monthly rank bonus. So, as I mentioned, there's not a lot of limitations or exclusions. We're really trying to be all inclusive and pay out as much money as humanly possible. Finally, we have a check match, which is 25 to 40% from first generation down 6 generations. Now, that means not just on the people that you introduce to the company, right? But the people that they introduce and they 6 generations deep. I get most excited about that 6th generation, guys, because that can be, let's say that 10 people get 10, who get 10. On that 6th generation, that's over 1 million people just on that one generation, if you look at that. So I mean, the potential, of course, it's not going to be, you're not going to go get 10 people who get 10, perfectly all the way down. But it does have the potential to be very interesting when you experience that compound effect. But let's say that you're making 40% of like someone like an Ann Feinstein who's going to be making like 10 grand a week, right? That would be an extra $4,000 a week just from the check match of Ann. It gets really, really exciting. Whenever I think about what would be the most powerful part of this compensation plan, it's really obvious it would be the check match. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the system, because let's say that you're not, a Brandy, an Ann, a Tim, or one of these folks, absolute rock stars that have been in the profession forever, and you don't know anybody. You have no network. You're just getting started. You're like, I don't know if I can do this or not. What I want you to understand is anyone can if they want to, because I had a mentor that said the quickest and easiest path to success is directly through the experience of others. I'm going to introduce you to a couple folks here in just a minute that have a wealth of knowledge, but before I do, understand that one of them has put together an incredible system for us called the EGG, right? It's kind of a kooky name, right? The Exponential Growth Generator. Okay, now this is a completely mobile-based system, and it's one of a kind. There's not another one like it in the world as of yet. All right, you can download your contacts in just seconds. Click to invite somebody with a pre-written message. You can edit if you want to throw in their name to pique their interest, to get them interested in looking at some information. And whenever they respond, they say that they do want to see it. All you do is click the next button and it sends them the presentation. You get to see in real time as they click the link, you get a notification. As they watch the video, you get a notification. You get to see how much of what video they watched, how long they were, where, and it tracks the whole thing in real time and notifies you who your hottest prospects are. It does all the telling and selling for you. It presents, educates, tracks, notifies you 24/7, and it also includes mentoring from some of the top leaders and industry coaches that just so happen to be part of the Xelliss family. People that you would normally have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to get access to. Me, in fact, my top coaching package is $50,000, and so you get that for free by being a part of the Xelliss family. It automates your smartphone, turns it into a global online business, and this is not a system that was cheap to put together, and there was a ton of time put into it, and this is just $19 a month. And the cool thing is you get a whole month for $1 to try it and just see if you love it or love it a lot. Okay, now here's how you get started, because if you're like me, you could have heard half this and been ready to sign up, right? Be ready to get started right now. So here's how you get started. There's 3 different ways. The personal pack is just enough product for you to try everything and share a little bit with a friend. It's only $149, which is about a $250 retail value, okay? It has one of the FICO Sci AMs, the coffee product, a FICO Sci Extreme, which you gotta try. It's so good. And 2 of the A3 Spirulina Maximum, all right? Now also, You can get the business pack. It has quite a bit more product. It has a $660 retail value, and it's only $399. So if you were to get a month's supply of all of the products for you to try to create a testimonial, for you to feel absolutely incredible and create that emotional connection with the product, and then you sold the rest, you can actually recoup about $370. So you'd be spending 20 something bucks to start your own micro franchise, your own business, and get a month's supply of each one of the products. All right, not bad. Now, a lot of people are coming in at the highest level, the professional pack, which is over a $1,600 value. Okay, and it has 4 FICO-SI AMs, 3 of the FICO-SI PM, 3 FICO-SI Sport, 9 of the coffees, 3 FICO-SI Extreme, 3 A3 spirulina powders, 3 of the capsules, and a partridge in a pear tree. Now, if you were to take a month's supply of each one of those and you were to sell the rest, you would recoup more money than you had in the business in the first place. Okay, so you'd be spending about $799. You would recoup about $1,100, folks. And what a lot of people have told me their plan is to buy one of these packs each and every single month, and as soon as they sell out, recoup, because that's going to be their month's supply plus their money to run their business, and they're going to make profit in addition. Guys, it just makes sense. And so that brings us back to the beginning, talking about the different problems and opportunities that we're facing today. Some of the most successful people in history have made their fortunes, have became successes during the biggest challenges. And people are seeking answers. We have the answers to their health challenges, their financial challenges. And I want you to ask yourself a question before I introduce the next speaker real quick. And really, to be honest with you, get someone to take some notes with, because we've got 2 people you're going to hear from real quick that are just absolute wealths of knowledge that I would gladly pay to sit in their audience. Okay. But ask yourself the question, where else are you going to find a company that's a ground floor opportunity without the risk of a startup company? Because this is a 7-year-old stable company, one of the top fastest growing companies out there, period. Where are you going to find these sort of patented, cutting-edge, world-class biotechnologies that gives your body what it needs and also saves you money? You cannot eat your way or supplement your way to being as healthy mentally and physically as you need to be. This is the only way that I know of. Where can you position yourself in the next multi-billion-dollar market like phycocyanin and receive an automated system plus mentoring by some of the best people to ever step foot in the profession in a leveraged pandemic-proof style business like this? So what I want to do while you're pondering those questions, I want to introduce a young lady that I've recently came to know. This young lady, Brandy Shaver, her and her husband, they have 6 children out in Utah, and she's just a little ball of energy. I love her energy. I love being around her, spending time with her. At the age of 20, she started her own salon, and then shortly after, she found the network marketing business model. And very shortly after that, within the first year, she actually became one of the top 20 income earners in one of the largest companies in our profession. That's very quickly. She worked her way to the top of a very big pile. Within her first year of learning how to build online, she actually retired from that salon permanently. Now, Brandy is one of the leading experts in paid advertising and building fully automated, duplicatable systems in the network marketing profession. So please give it up for the top industry leader with thousands of students that she teaches how to build full-time pandemic-proof incomes from their smartphone using social media and attraction marketing, Miss Brandy Shaver. Brandy, if you would unmute, just share a little bit about what attracted you to Xelliss and you decided to make Xelliss your home.
Absolutely. Thank you, Austin. I am so excited to be able to share with you guys a little bit about how I became a part of this incredible opportunity, and I am honored to be able to share that with you guys tonight. So Anne and I met online a few years ago, and we instantly became kindred spirits. Instantly best friends, like sisters from another mister, right? And when Anne brought this to me, I'll be honest, I was not looking for a company. I wasn't. In fact, I rolled my eyes at her. She could probably tell you. But when I dug a little bit deeper, what I discovered is that something is very different about Xelliss. And when I really took a look, when I found something incredible, guys. First, the products are right now, and I actually asked a doctor today if you can like overdose on this stuff, because I think I am addicted, like totally. I probably like sucked down 20 of these today. I am like just loving it, loving it, loving it. So you need a right now product to build a sustainable business. That's number one thing. The results have to be quick and people have to fill it. And as you heard with all the testimonials from Josh, the Spy Ninja, Courtney, and Christy, those were incredible testimonials, right? And the timing couldn't get any better with us launching here in the US just yesterday. So I don't know if many of you know that, but lots and lots of markets to expand into. But with a stable, debt-free company that has been in Europe for years, and you guys know, the Europeans know how to do things, right? Like, they just know how to do it right. Like, let's be honest, right? What I see here is a place for everyone to win, okay? When you are in a leadership position in a team, your job is to look out for the team. It's no longer about you. It no longer concerns just you. It's an incredible team of people that have families that depend on this, this side gig that they have chosen to build in this industry to feed their families. And so when I really took a look at what Anne and Xelliss had created here for us, I was so freaking excited. One thing I noticed about the comp plan in particular, that it is designed to drive the right behavior in the team. And anyone, I'm talking anyone, that is willing to do the work could make a significant difference in their bank balance. And you know as well as I do, that's a huge thing right now, right? There's a lot of people that are looking for a way to make a difference in their household. This creates choices for people that they're looking, and I couldn't be more excited about being part of this incredible team and creating history in this industry together. I am so flippin' fired up. I don't think I've slept more than I don't even know, maybe 3 hours in the last, 7 days. I am up till 3 in the morning, and I'm up at 5:30. I can't even sleep, right? I'm just let's do this, right? So excited. We have something special. I'm just grateful to Anne that she shared it with me, and I'm grateful that I get to be a part of this incredible leadership team with Tim, and that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So back to you, Austin.
Awesome, Brandy. I appreciate you so much, and I can tell you right now that each one of these, the FICO Psi Extreme, each one you take counts as 2 hours of sleep, so you're fine. Don't worry about it. No big deal. So good stuff. I want to introduce you to one more person real quickly. This gentleman is responsible for the mobile app and the system that we have. It's not a company endorsed system, but us at Corporate taking a look at it, and we have people all over the world that are now wanting it, and it works like a charm. But this gentleman out of Dallas, Texas, was a millionaire in his 20s. He was a 7-figure earner in 3 different businesses, everything from traditional brick and mortar style business to the network marketing profession. He built the #1 recruiting team out of over 1 million active distributors in over 50 countries in a legacy company. Wow. So please give it up for my good friend out of Dallas, Texas, who has been the personal coach and trainer to over 200 of the top income earners in this profession, Mr. Tim Edwards. Tim, my friend, if you would wrap it up and just tell us your thoughts on Xelliss, my friend.
Super cool. Thanks, Austin. Appreciate all you guys here. So excited that we finally launched. We've been working on this for months and months and months, and you just have no idea if you're new to this business, whether it's just new to our company, new to the industry. You just have no idea what a blessing it is to be right here, right now. Literally, there will be people that won't be called on this for 5 or 6 years, and some of you guys will be retired before people even get that call. Just know that right now is the prime real estate. When there's really nobody in our program and the whole North American market is wide open. And then we go into maybe Asia first quarter, and then maybe we go into Australia and New Zealand. So you have a chance to get a position right now before the whole world rolls out. And the people that do their work now and do it right can have a big percentage of that growth under them, right? So that you can be set up for literally generations of your family. I didn't have that opportunity in my first program. I was very late. I was like year 9. I sucked for 3 years, and so by the time I really got good, it was year 15 or 20 in my company, and then I had 500,000 competitors that already launched dozens of products in dozens of countries. So you have no idea what it is like to be here right now before any of that happens, where everything's up for grabs and all these people could potentially be in your organization. So I highly suggest that you get back with the person who invited you if you're a guest and lock in your spot and just get with us and get the information out. We'll help you answer the questions for the people. You'll get paid. It can literally be that simple. Back to you, Austin.
Awesome. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. And I just want to say that since I do have an opportunity to, thank you so much to you and Ann and, all the other leaders in the company for, getting involved so early and putting in so much work. Man, we've came a long way so far. We still have so much further to go. So folks, what I want to do is just encourage you to get back with the person that invited you on this Zoom. They thought enough of you not to prejudge you and get you in front of something they're very excited about. Let them know what kind of questions you have and decide to go ahead and move forward or move on. Either way, no big deal. We are going to build this thing to magnanimous proportions, and I would think we'll probably do it sooner rather than later. But let them know where you stand, and if you've already decided to become a part of the Xelliss family like so many others have and are doing right now, I want to be the first person to welcome you home. Thank you guys, and thank you to everyone who shared a testimonial. Appreciate you. Have a good night.
Okay, so what do you think there? I can't make myself get back on. But I want to thank you all for watching. There we are. Thanks. Thank you all for watching. That's a long presentation, I know, but we've got some shorter ones, but Austin is just so awesome. He explains it so well, and I wanted that testimony of Brandy in there as well. So if you've ever heard of Austin Zulauf, Tim Edwards, Brandy Shaver, or Ann Feinstein, you know we're in the right place with the right people and with the wonderful products. I use the green and the blue every single day. This gives me energy. It helps to oxygenate my blood because it has the arginine in it, and it's good stuff. And then the green helps with pain. I'm getting older, and I've had a lot of aches and pains that have just been chronic for years because I worked 23 years delivering packages for UPS, and I didn't think any of that stiffness and pain was ever going to go away. But in the last 4 or 5 months since using these products faithfully, I don't have them anymore. And just a little bit of stiffness and pain when I get out of the car after driving a long ways, and a little bit when I first get up, especially in my feet, but not like it used to be. I used to just barely be able to get out of the car and walk after driving home from out of town. So I promised you that I had a bonus for you, a surprise for you. So we are giving away in November, next month. I think it's around Thanksgiving time, but don't hold me to it because You never know, but they will be given away. We're giving away gift certificates, a computer, and an iPad. So if you will look down in the description of this video, you'll find a link that says, take this 30-second survey and have a chance to win. So go do that. I hope you're as excited as I am now after listening to all of this, because this is the beginning of something phenomenal, something you'll never forget. You're going to hear the name Xelliss. So go take that survey. Contact me if you're interested to get started, and I'm happy to help you. I am always hands-on with my team. I worked up to Diamond in my last company, and I intend to go all in here as well. So we'll hopefully talk to you later. Bye-bye.